Hari Om, and welcome to everyone, and welcome to all who are joining us online, either now or at a later time. And we introduced Swamiji yesterday, so there is not much more to be said, except for those who may not know, he will be giving both sessions today. And in the second section of Swamiji Has Time, there was some questions brought forward to him that will either be answered today, if not in his regular question and answer period. Hari Om Swamiji, you can, please. Oh, I'll get you the hard copy. Did you got them by email last night?
I got the email, but I haven't got it.
Okay, don't worry. It's my exercise time after the first session. I'll go down and get them.
Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Gungurubhyo Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyay Namaha. Om Sri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Dum Durgayay Namaha. Om Sri Sharavanabhavaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Sri Ramaya Namaha. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Atmane Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryesu Sarvada. Ya Kundendutu Sarahara Dhavala. Ya Subhravastrabrita. Ya Veena Varadanda Mandita Kara. Ya Sveta Padmasana. या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वंदिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा नमः शिवानंदाय गुरवे सच्चिदानंदमूर्तये निष्प्रपंचाय शांताय निरालंबाय तेजसे न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः न गुरोरधिकं ज्ञानं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरोः पदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोः कृपा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुरेको जगत्सर्वं ब्रह्मा विष्णुशिवात्मकं गुरुः परतरं नास्ति तस्मात् सम्पूजयेत् गुरुम् ॐ दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमामि नारायणपादपङ्कजं करोमि नारायणपूजनं सदा वदामि नारायण नाम निर्मलं स्मरामि नारायण तत्त्वमव्ययम् ओंकारं बिन्दुसंयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Atmane Namaha. Revered Self, all the participants of the spiritual retreat. It is, yesterday we had a brief discussion, not brief, I think it was. Unintentionally we went into a long thing, and because I had the impression that this session is up to 5:30, so I have to carry on till 5:30. That is how we had to do something or the other, perforce. So anyway, yesterday we had a discussion about this, and I think it was a kind of introduction into our topic that, or the theme on which the retreat is to dwell upon. This is what we had yesterday. And we also said that, you see, this liberation. What is liberation? About that also we discussed. Because we are thinking of discussing about gratitude, what power it has to take us to liberation. So then in that context we must know what is liberation. We had a discussion about it. And briefly we said that this liberation means being free from all sorrow, suffering, misery, etc. And pain and also sorrow. This is what we have to be free. That is one aspect. Second aspect is we should also get permanent happiness without any admixture in that. It's only pure happiness, and for a long time. And we want only happiness and nothing else. This is also our, you see, this quest. So this is how, and this liberation will grant us all these things. Whatever we are seeking, whatever is the, you see, basic urge in our heart, and whatever we would like to have in our life, that can come only from liberation. Liberation will grant us all this. And that is why we also said that liberation and God realization, they are the same thing. If we have God realization, we will have liberation. If we have liberation, we are sure to reach God. This is how the relation between the two. These are the two ways of looking at the same thing. So that is liberation and God realization. And liberation, we said this is one thing, being free from all sorrow, and also getting full intense bliss. There is another aspect to liberation also. It is just not that we are in this life, and at the end of our journey, our life, and then we meet with death. And we might have a feeling that with death everything is over. We don't have to do anything else beyond that. What will happen after death, God only knows. We don't know. But we think that, I think we will be free from all this sorrow and suffering. But that is not so. Because after birth, we die one day. And then after death, we have to be reborn in this world. That is the law of this world. In the Gita also it has been said that a person who is born has to die one day. And a person who dies has to be born again in this world. Jatasya dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So it is definite and it is certain that a person who dies will have to come back to this world. Now if we come back to this world, what happens? Whatever suffering and misery, etc. that we are having now, again you see in the next birth we will have to have this, because we come to this world only. In this world all those things are there. They are all waiting for us. All this sorrow, suffering, misery, etc. And we also said yesterday that, you see, the world is full of sorrow. It's an abode of sorrow. So we get only this sorrow and suffering. And if we come back to this world, again we will have the same thing. So it is, you see, it is repeated. Birth, death, rebirth, suffering, misery. So our sorrow and suffering and misery continue. There is no stoppage to that. So then how will you get liberation? How can we be free from all these problems and sufferings and sorrow? How can we have happiness? The only thing is to have liberation. If we have liberation, we will not have rebirth. We don't have to come back to this world again. Once we are liberated, we become immortal. I mean, wherever we are, we will remain permanently somewhere, and not in this world of suffering and sorrow, but somewhere, someplace, maybe if you say it is with God, we will be with God. We will go to God, be there forever, with happiness and joy, and no suffering and sorrow. That is it. So, liberation means also being free from the round of births and deaths. Once a person is liberated, he doesn't have to come back to this world again. For all time to come, he is freed from this sorrow and suffering. And he gets happiness also. He abides in intense happiness. He remains there forever. That is the... So this is what it is, liberation. Now if this is so we should now be very clear. When we say liberation, we will be free from all sorrow, suffering, one thing. Secondly, we will have all full bliss only and nothing else. And third thing is, we will be free from the round of births and deaths. We will be free from rebirth. We don't have to come to this world again. These are these great benefits that one gets when one gets liberation. This is what we want. So we have to try. And the spiritual retreat is meant for that only. So we have to find out the ways how we can be liberated, how can we have liberation, and how also we can reach God. So this is what is the general background. The point is, there are several ways, several things which one has to do for getting liberation. But one of them is also that our immediate concern or worry is that how gratitude can give us liberation. What is the liberating power of gratitude? This is what we have to deal with it. We think over it, etc. Gratitude means, you see, the being thankful, to be having thankfulness for something, and for having appreciation of kindness done to us by somebody. Somebody has been kind to us, he did something good to us, and so we have appreciation for that. We have also the attitude of feeling gratefulness for that. This is gratitude. That means somebody has done some good to us, and we keep it in our mind, we remember it. And we have a feeling of also some sort of, expressing our thankfulness to that particular person, the benefactor. So this is what gratitude, etc. It's a warm and friendly feeling towards the benefactor. Because he has done something good to us, we have warmth of feeling, and then being gratitude for that. And we have also a respectable feeling for that. And this gratitude means the feeling of being grateful. Grateful, probably it is easier to understand grateful than this gratitude. So gratefulness, being grateful to somebody who has done something good to us. So this is actually gratitude. And it is not only just being happy with that and then here being grateful, etc., but there is an eagerness also to express this gratitude. A person who is really grateful, he will like to reciprocate. He will like to express his own feelings and also try to see what he can do in return. These are all the things, implications of gratitude, etc. And we have to try to do something, how we can express our thankfulness and gratitude. It is an attitude of gratefulness. This is, in simple terms, this is the meaning of gratitude. And this is our goal. What is the importance of gratitude? And this gratefulness, gratitude which is there, etc., it's a sense, as we said, it's a sense of appreciation of this goodness, the favor that somebody has done to us. That is one is having appreciation for that. It's a sense of appreciation. And it is also accompanied with great goodwill towards the person who has given us some good help, who has done some good to us. So it is also to be having goodwill towards him. And it is also a disposition to make a suitable return for the benefits which we have got. It is not just empty thankfulness. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to pay anything. It is very easy and very cheap also. It is not like that. So there will be an eagerness also to how I can return. Whatever the person has done to me, I am thankful to that. God is so kind to me because of that. This person has done me some good. So what I can do in return? That eagerness, that feeling also should be, that disposition should be there. Supposing a person is not able to return it, when no returns can be made, at least there is a desire in the person concerned, I mean the person who has received it, then he is to see that the benefactor, person who has done some benefit to us, some good to us, and he is actually how he can be prosperous and happy. That wish will be there. A person who wants to express gratitude, who has gratitude, he will also have the desire to see that he will wish that the person who has done some good to me, he should also be prosperous and happy. That sincere feeling will be there, a person who has got this gratitude, etc. And this gratitude, it is not just simply in words, it's a matter of duty. And not only they say that it is the highest duty actually a person concerned. It's a duty which we have to do this service. We must do this, perform this duty, etc. And then it is gratitude, it is much more than just verbal expression. In words we just express, that is all right, that is not the idea. It is much more than that. Not only being able to express something in words, also what other thing can be done beyond this. That is what it is, not just mere the expression of our thanks, it's a verbal expression. It is an indication of our noble nature. A person who is noble, who has got noble nature, he only can feel this gratitude. Gratitude will come to him only, etc. And then it is a sentiment, and it not only the memory of the benefit which has been received from a person, some good man, but it is also the homage of the heart. Heart also, our heart is eager to pay this homage for the good deeds that he has done. So towards the person who has been very kind to us, who has done something very good thing to us, we try to pay the homage to him also. Gratitude is the noblest of virtues, and it is the most important, the most capital of all duties, like that Swami Shivanand Maharaj says. He says that it is the noblest virtue, and it is also the most important of all duties. All other duties are actually secondary. Gratitude is the most important thing. It is the highest thing. A man of gratitude, he returns the benefit, as we said. He always tries to return whatever I have received. I must give it back. I must return it to him. That is, he tries to do that. Just as how it is there, how the rivers also express their gratitude. You see, the river has a gratitude towards the sea, because it is the water of the sea which goes high up as clouds and vapor and then clouds, and then again it comes back as rain. And this rain water actually flows through the river. So the river is aware of it. And that is why the river is grateful to the ocean, that because of the ocean I am actually what I am. Ocean water has come to me, ocean has given me this water, that is why I am flowing. So the river is aware of it and expresses its gratefulness. And it expresses gratefulness, gratitude, it again goes toward this sea and then merges in it. That is what. That means complete effacement of oneself and merger in the person who has given us, or the object, which has been the cause of my prosperity, what my existence, like that. So river returns it by going back to the ocean. Similarly, a gratitude person who has the gratitude, he also feels that something good has to be done. What I can do to him? So that gratitude. This example is given for that. And the person who has a feeling of gratitude, he has reverence and love for the person who has done some good to him. So this attitude or feeling of reverence and love also will be there for him. And he is also, and it is not only that, he will always keep in his mind that something he has done so good to me, etc. And always it will be in his memory, oh, that man has done some good to me, like this. It will be, he keeps it in his memory and with kindness, feeling of kindness. And even for the entire life, you see, he does not forget this. A person who is really grateful, he will remember it throughout his life. Just as we say that, you see, if he done some harm to somebody, etc., he will remember it throughout his life. Similarly, a person. So that is our nature. Oh, that fellow has done me this one. So throughout our life, that the memory will be there. Memory of some harm done to us. But a person who has got the gratitude, he will remember throughout his life the good done to him by somebody else. It is just the opposite of that. So like that, you see, he keeps it throughout his life. In his whole lifetime, you see, he never forgets this. Now, this is broadly about this, the meaning of gratitude. What are its implications? What are the different aspects? And we should keep in our mind, so that we must know that this is the highest, one of the greatest virtues, to be grateful, to have gratitude towards somebody who has done some good to us. Now, this being so, we have something about God also. We have to have some attitude of gratitude towards God. Is there any reason or any justification for being grateful to God? This question may come, why we should be grateful to Him? He is not visible to us. He does not come before us, etc. And then you see, what is the need? How do we know what He has done to us? Where is the need for feeling gratitude towards Him, etc.? Is it necessary? Though, etc. But then we must know that God is everything for us. God is the creator. He has created the entire universe. And we are also a part of it. Because of the universe, because of His creation, we are here. So our existence actually is from Him. We owe our existence to Him. So everything we have to, you see, acknowledge our gratitude, our feeling of gratefulness to God, etc. Because what we are today, it is by God's grace only, God's blessing. And so, if we did it, and He has done so much to us, etc. So, if we have this attitude of gratitude towards God, it helps us to be humble. It also helps us, you see, it helps us to have gratitude to Him, and then to pray sincerely to God. If we have this feeling, then our feeling of prayer comes to us, etc. It also helps us to sing His glory. It also helps us to remember Him at all times, because He has done some good to us. So God is so great and so merciful, and He has done so much to me. That is why one should actually, and then this also helps us to surrender our entire being to Him. Because we owe our existence to God. Because of God only we are here, and whatever we are. So we have to completely surrender ourselves. Because of His grace and mercy, kindness and compassion, I am now existing, I am alive, or I am in this world now. So, for all this, God alone is the giver to us. And because of Him, I am here. So, the sense of gratitude should be there. And on the contrary, a person, you see, we have now discussed something about the person who is grateful or who has gratitude, what he will think. And then, if a person is not grateful, he is ungrateful. An ungrateful person, actually, has a very miserable life, because he is a very selfish person. He is very mean, and he also what he has done. This type of attitude will be there. A person who is ungrateful, such a person, he can never have peace. His mind will be always disturbed, because he is ungrateful. He only enjoys things which somebody has given him, not reciprocating it in any way, not returning it to him. So this is such a mean and selfish person. Such a person can never be happy, and he cannot have real happiness in life. And he cannot also have peace. This is only, you see, maybe temporarily he can get along, carry on doing something. But otherwise he cannot have real peace, real happiness. He will have a very miserable life in course of time. This is what we must do. So we should be very, wary of being ungrateful. Always we should try to be grateful, having a sense of gratitude, and that is our basic duty. As Swami Shivanand Maharaj has said, this is the highest duty for everybody. And we should always be remembering whatever good has been done to us by somebody, and try to also reciprocate as much as possible, return it to him. So we should always be grateful. And if we are grateful, all will actually appreciate it. We will have admiration from everybody. All will admire us, and they will revere us. And we will also have peace and lasting happiness and bliss, which we want to see. That is our quest. Yesterday we said that we want only happiness for everybody. This will come only if we have the sense of gratitude. Gratitude will confer this happiness and peace, continuous peace, everlasting bliss. They will all come only if you have gratitude. Without that, it is not possible. Now, when we have this gratitude, we said this is one of the greatest virtues. And when we have this gratitude, if we live our life in the spirit of gratitude, then we will have so much of other virtues also will be developed by us. These virtues also will be gratitude, the feeling of gratitude, the sense of gratitude has this power to generate, grow, develop certain virtues in our life. All other virtues also, they will come to us automatically. These virtues are, when we have some gratitude, we have a feeling of benevolence. We would like to be good to others, trying to do good to somebody else. We will have consideration for others. We will have contentment. We will also have a sense of courtesy. If you are gratitude, you will know that you have the idea of courtesy will come. Courteous behavior to others, that also will come. And sense of sincerity and earnestness will be there in our heart. It is just gratitude. These are all different manifestations of the same virtue of gratitude, let's say. And we will also have endurance. A person who is grateful, he will develop the spirit or the capacity of endurance. He will have equanimity of mind. His mind will be ever, this calm and quiet in all situations. He will have faith in God. His faith will develop. He will have this sense of spirit of generosity, feeling of generosity, always being of some good to others. This generosity and having goodness, gentleness, humility, mercy, kindness, compassion, meekness, and also all these things, nobility, right conduct, serenity, then sympathy, desirelessness. All these are virtues will come if we are rooted in this spirit of gratitude. If you are grateful, if you are living up to that, and if you are established in gratitude, if our life is based on gratitude, then all these virtues also will come automatically. And then when we have these virtues, then we will be a very perfect person, and then this will lead to liberation. And important thing is that another thing we should remember, it is not that we only will have gratefulness, we will have gratitude and God will not do anything. It is not like that. God is the first person who is always grateful. This we must understand. God has the sense of gratitude, and towards everybody, whosoever has done some good to him, he will always be grateful. In that in Vishnu Sahasranama, if you have read that there is one thing, God's one name is there, one epithet, it comes there, Krutagya. Krutagyascha Krutagyo Medini Patihi. Like that it comes in this Vishnu Sahasranama. Krutagya. That means to say person, he is grateful. God is grateful. So one name of God is that he is grateful. So that's a quality of God. God has the quality of being grateful. It is in the Vishnu Sahasranama. Then in the Ramayana also about Lord Rama also the same word is used. He is also Krutagya. Dharmagyascha, Krutagyascha, like that it is there. Krutagya. Grateful means a person who is grateful, he is Krutagya. Krutagya means, you see, one who remembers, one who knows the good done by somebody to him. That is actually Krutagya. Good work, good deed has been done to him by somebody, he remembers it. God always remembers this. If you see this life of Lord Rama, or you see in the Vishnu, like that, God always accepts. Wherever there is a little opportunity, if somebody has done some good to him, God will never fail from his side. He will always try to return it. Probably he will give us more than what we have done to him. This is what it is there. God's gratefulness. So God is always grateful. So as devotees, we should know that whether it is necessary for us to be grateful or not. Should we have gratitude or not? This is what we must. It is very, very necessary. Since God himself is grateful, so he has shown us the way. He is actually an example for us. And he also now illustrates what things we have to develop, cherish in our heart, and how we will live a life of gratitude. A person, so God is Kritagya, that means he is grateful. We should also be grateful, taking lesson from him. This is what we should remember. And then, of all these are all, you see, gratitude that we have been thinking. It is about this, you see, in general terms, we are now thinking gratitude. Now, what about our gratitude to God? Should we have gratitude to God or not? And not only that, we should have gratitude, and we must understand that the attitude of gratitude to God is the highest gratitude. Because God deserves or you see, we have a duty to express our maximum gratitude to God. Why? Whatever we are, it is His grace only, His blessing. God has created the whole world, and then along with that, He has created us. He has also, you see, placed us in this world also. So that He has given us this human birth. Yesterday we said that this getting human birth itself is a blessing of God, one of the three blessings. So God has given us this human birth. And then God has given us this body. He has given us this life force. Because of that, through the body, you see, we are able to move about everything. Whatever is required in our life, to have a comfortable life, God has provided everything. God has given us everything. Somebody will say that, no, if God has provided everything, why I am suffering? That is a different story. Because you see, having got everything from God, we have made a mess of it. We are ungrateful. We try to make, you see, misuse all these things, the bounties which God has given us. So what will happen? If we are ungrateful, this happens. So we must remember, and if we have life, it is from God. If you have got the body, God has given us this human birth and this body. And then if you analyze and start thinking about our own body, everything God has provided us in this body. Whatever is required, how to have a comfortable life, how to live nicely. And for our breathing, lungs are there. We have provided lungs there. From where lungs have come? It is because of that we are actually breathing. We have got the heartbeat is there, which is actually pumping the blood throughout the body, and then that is how we are surviving. Who has done it? We have done it. And as I said, we only make, you see, this mess of it. That's what we are very experts in that. We know very nicely how to make, you see, misuse things and how to, you see, create problems. So that is what it is. But imagine, you see, when the small baby is inside the womb, fetus is there. At that time itself, you see, God starts His own work. There He is already there. He starts developing all these our limbs and etc. Automatically He has done such this process. Automatically, you see, all the limbs are actually, they grow when the baby or the fetus is inside the body, inside the mother's womb. And then gradually everything actually is developed. So by the time the child is born, so he is a full person and he will be able to go to the world and live. And He has given us all these equipments, all the organs, all these functions which are there inside the body. He has provided everything, etc. Now, not only He has given us life, He has also given all the means, all the equipments by which, you see, we can be comfortable in our life. All that, you see, God has given us it. Have we paid anything for that? It is God, you see, totally selfless. Out of, you see, complete compassion. Just out of, you see, compassion for us, kindness, mercy, God has given us everything. Because we know, all said and done, we see, we are God's children. We are His sons and daughters. So it is His duty to make everything, you see, nice for us, all arrangements for us. It is His duty. Like that we will claim. Whether we claim it or not, He will give. That is what God has done, you see. Done. If you remember like this, everything, all the good things that we have got in our life, that we are able to live, that we have got life, that we have got so many, you see, all the organs, everything they are in order and perfect. And they keep on functioning to make our life comfortable. Now if you take, you see, how here in the body also, suppose you see, so many cells are there. Each cell is a living being. It has a life. But all the cells together, you see, they work in conjunction, in coordination, so that they carry on all their activities. Any organ that you say, everything, it is all there, etc. It is not just an organ, but it is you see, combination of so many cells which are there. They function, you see, in coordination, in unison. That is why, you see, we have a comfortable life. And if you go to the brain and then see what it is there, everything, so many cells are there. Because of what He has given us the nervous system, He has given us the blood circulation, blood is there, and then bones are also there, and He has got also given us the flesh, muscles, everything is there, so that we are able to in this world. We are able to live in this world, and we also are able to comfortably carry on with our duties. All those things God has given us. He has sent that, if you go for a traveling to this earth plane, He has given us. But along with that, you see, He has also given us the passage money. That is always there. Whatever, you see, the facilities that He has given us, all these equipments, they are there in the form of our body, of our organs, of all the other parts of the body. Everything is there. So, whatever God has given us, we can never repay it. Even we will not be able to express our gratitude enough for God. That is, whatever we say, whatever we feel, it will be just a little less only. It is short. It won't be full. That is how we say it. So, God is. So, we should have the highest and greatest gratitude to God. Always, you see, if we feel about God, thinking of God, what good He has done to us, what great this blessing He has given us, if we look this, etc., then that sense of gratitude will be there. And this, and so this gratitude, feeling of gratitude is there. This is the highest, etc. But there are, somebody has put a question also, somebody there, that you see, what are the factors which actually hinder our gratitude, because of which we don't have full sense of gratitude. So there is certain handicap is there. What is that? What are the factors which actually prevent us from having sufficient gratitude? That also it is better to be aware of it. The factors which actually prevent sincere gratitude, and so this is actually, I think, one of the questions which has come. One of them is that what are the factors which prevent sincere gratitude, and how to get rid of them? That was also a question. So there, what are the factors which prevent us from having good gratitude? One is our egoism, feeling I am a great person, etc. Egoism is one. And then our sense of pride. Oh, I have got so much, I am capable of so many things, etc. Sense of pride. Selfishness. Then you see, selfishness is one who thinks about himself only. So if somebody else has done some good to him, he will think that it is my due. You see, I got it. What he has done, etc., he was bound to give it to me, so I have got it. A person who is selfish, he will think like this. And then also all our desires. If we have desires for all things of the world, they are all petty things. They may have a little utility, but it is not enough. If we have desires, then our sense of gratitude will not be there. And then our self-conceit, self-importance, thinking that I am a great person, so I am somebody, I have got something. This type of feeling, this is self-conceit. If we have this, is a very good question of gratitude. Gratitude will not have any place there at all in a person who is self-conceited. And then all other vices which are there, all negative qualities, which normally as human beings, you see, they are there in our mind, they actually stand in the way of having good gratitude, etc. And all the vices also, and I said, all negative qualities, all negative traits, lust, anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, and then all, you see, this meanness, selfishness, these are all things, you see, they are negative qualities. They actually stand on the way of our having correct, proper gratitude, etc. And then, if this is so, then you see this, now you can, how this gratitude has the power of liberation, power of gratitude, liberating power of gratitude, that is what we are, that is our aim, etc. Now we must remember the virtue of gratitude itself has a potent, its capacity to liberate, give us liberation. It itself is sufficient. If it is, and then if we are really fully and ever established in gratitude, it is not that if for a few seconds we think I should have gratitude, that is not enough for giving us liberation. We must be established in that. We must have this gratitude whole our life. Our life must be lived with the sense of gratitude. If you are established in that, then this gratitude itself is sufficient to take us to liberation. This we must understand. Secondly, if we have so much of one virtue of gratitude is there, if you are practicing it throughout our life, if you are established in it, all other virtues also will be drawn towards it. They will be attracted. Automatically all the other virtues which we have just discussed, those virtues also will be developed within us, etc. So this sense of gratitude, virtue of gratitude, will draw other virtues into us. and all of them together will take us to liberation. They are sure. A person who is virtuous is sure to get liberation, because he will not have any, negative quality. Any, any handicap will not be there. Sense of, want, sense of deficiency will not be there. So he will have gratitude, liberation. And the other important thing is, and out of all these kinds of gratitude, gratitude to God is the highest gratitude. This we must understand. If you are having this feeling of gratitude, which we just discussed, how we can have this attitude of gratitude towards God. If those things, that way we think, then that attitude of gratitude to God, that is the highest virtue. That itself will directly take us to liberation. So this attitude of gratitude, it has to be in respect of others. That itself will help us to go towards liberation. And more than anything else, if we have this gratitude to God, that is a direct road to liberation. This is what we should do. So our idea should be always to have this sense of gratitude towards God. So in a nutshell, now these are the things, different aspects of gratitude, and how gratitude has the liberating power. That we should understand it and try to make the best use of it. Thank you very much. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Pranam.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. As always, we like to have Swamiji at the beginning because he gives this beautiful overview. Because not only does he tell us, what is how is gratitude related to the highest goal of liberation, as he gave the description in the beginning, and God realization. He starts with how gratitude helps us at every step of the way, how it gets rid of vices, it encourages, it attracts virtues, it inspires us to do good, and then shows us our highest gratitude should be to the source and support of our being, which he says is the highest gratitude itself. As we were saying yesterday, the goal and the path are the same, and Swamiji very beautifully showed that to us today. So we are very grateful
thank you
again, Swamiji.
Thank you very much.
And of course, you're quarterly and very earnestly invited for tea. And I think there's going to be many to look after you for that. And I'll run down and get the questions. And you may have more to say, or we'll be answering those questions in a second.
Yes.
TK. So Hari Om Tat Sat, and yes.
So I express my gratitude to all of you. This is what we have learned to see from the gratitude for all the goodness, all the things that you have done, etc. So we will also live in gratitude.
I used to always wonder why great saints would say to the crowd, I really thank you for being here. And then you realize, actually, when they're there and there's a question, then it actually invokes it invokes that, and then it's as beneficial for the speaker as it is for the...
all good ideas come, because it is there, their question or their topic or their thoughts also. That receptivity, when it is there, all good things also come from within us. That is very true, what you were saying. Very nice. So we are grateful to all our participants of this spiritual secret retreat. So our sense of gratitude to all of you.
Yeah.
At least this is what we should do. We should be true to what we are saying.
Yeah.
So, and charity begins at home. First, people who are there, with them, we should have this sense of gratitude like this.
And also when you were saying, Swamiji, that beautiful image in the, I guess, Vedic life where he was starting with the rivers, and then the water is evaporated, becomes clouds, and then rain. See, this all is a circle of gratitude. Everything is interconnected, and everyone is thankful. I mean, all things.
The circle is complete.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Thank you. Very correct. So nice.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Okay.
So
welcome.
Please So we'll come back at 10:45. Yes.